Coming up tonight on TV5 News at 8.
I'm Mark Despotakis, the County Commissioners-elect. Speak out about the upcoming 2000 term. I'll have the story coming up next.
New equipment will be heading to Washington Township soon. Get the story coming up.
I'm Kristen Stanton. Will snow be ruining your weekend? You'll find out coming up on the TV5 Weather Center forecast.
And what lies ahead for the future of U.S. Airways Flight Attendants Union? The story coming up in State News.
All this and more as TV5 News at 8 brings coverage closer to home.
This is TV5 News, bringing coverage closer to home.
It has been 2 weeks since the election, and the county commissioners-elect are already working together to improve Clarion County. Good evening, I'm Brian Cook.
And I'm Carrie LaPoux. Christy Desort is off tonight. Mark Despotakis joins us live in the newsroom with the details on what the commissioner-elects have planned for their term in office. Mark?
Thanks, Carrie and Brian. Last night on my show, Feedback, I had a chance to speak with the 3 county commissioners-elect. Now, that show was taped last night and will air tomorrow night, but here are some of the excerpts from the interview. It's tonight's top story. Take a look. Goes in depth with newly elected Clarion County commissioners. The show, which was taped last night, explored some of the big issues facing Clarion today.
Part of the problem, I think, is it's tied to budget and leadership, but there is no direction. And it's pretty hard to go somewhere if you don't really know where you want to go. And, and I think that that has been lacking. We're not probably progressing in a uniform pattern.
The incoming commissioners have vowed to work together as a team in order to create a better government.
And I think you'll find that we're not always going to agree on a subject. But if there was no disagreement, there wouldn't be any leadership. Where the leadership is going to come when you find a team that has a disagreement, can put that aside and go on with business. Tomorrow's another day.
The chair of the incoming commissioners, Donna Hartle, said making the county better is the most important part of the job.
And we all decided that this is what we have to do. We're going to put politics aside, and we're all going to get down to what is actually doing the best for the county.
One of the hottest topics in Clarion County politics this year has been the county jail. Donna Hartle spoke to that issue.
I felt that this was putting the cart before the horse. You don't go into all of this extensive renovations at a very costly price ticket and not know who's going to go in there.
Issues like the county jail and economic development were discussed by the commissioners. Now, once again, you can see that show tomorrow night here on TV5 at 7:30. And those are the faces that you're going to be seeing in the next year. Live in the newsroom, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you.
No petitions have been filed contesting the election results in Clarion County. According to Cindy Callahan, the director of Clarion County elections, the official count occurs 5 days after the official count is finished. According to the Oil City Derrick, that deadline would be tomorrow. Callahan says that several people have inquired about the voting procedure, though. Callahan also added that she will contact County Solicitor Jack Cambus to look into the procedures.
That procedural complaint hit the desk of voting officials last week. This story comes to us from our newspaper exchange partner, the Clarion News. Carl Smith and New Bethlehem Borough Council member Dan Schaefer alleged that they were told when to vote, darken the circle, the voting ballot, for a write-in candidate. According to Cindy Callahan, director for elections of Clarion County, election officials are not permitted to give instructions at the polling places. 3 write-in votes for the New Bethlehem Council defeated 2 candidates on the ballot, including Schaefer.
A Venango County court will decide if ballots should be recounted in the race between 2 Republicans vying for an Oil City official council seat. According to the Oil City Derrick, petitions were filed with the court on Monday afternoon and asked the court to approve the opening of 2 ballot boxes in Oil City to recount the votes. The papers asked that the decision be made by Friday afternoon, when the race will be decided by the throw of dice.
An early Christmas gift is coming to Clarion County residents in the form of overpayment to the county's retirement fund. Could that mean no tax increase for 2000? Clarion County Director of Central Accounting R. Scott Kiefer said the big factor here is if there is a tax hike next year, it will depend on the current county commissioner's decisions concerning the rehabilitation and renovation of the former county jail. The search is on for a new director of the Clarion Free Library following the resignation of Lee Mason. Lee Mason has accepted a job as the director of the Uinta County Library System in Wyoming. During her tenure, Mason has increased the relationship with Clarion University's Library Science Department. Mason's resignation takes effect November 19th.
Residents of Shippenville will now have more cash in their wallets. The Shippenville Borough Council voted on November 10th to decrease the copy fee of borough documents from $20 to 50 cents. Council members Gladys Taylor said that the fee for copies had served its purpose and moved to reduce the fee. The fee has the highest in the state, falling behind Lancaster County, which charges $1.25 per page. Residents in Washington Township will soon see a new backhoe coming to their town. Supervisors approved the purchase of the new $60,000 machine in their November 10th meeting. The purchase of the backhoe came through the state's piggyback purchase program. The backhoe comes with a 5-year or 7,500-hour warranty.
Renovations at the Old County Jail are held back this evening following a decision by the contractor who is unsure if he will finish the job. Don Stouffer, owner of Stouffer Contracting, has hired for selective demolition at the old jail. He said this decision comes following the controversy surrounding the action taken by County Commissioners Sally Minnick and David Wagner, in which the contract is awarded to Stouffer was announced without public hearing.
The Oil City Board approved a contract on Monday giving teachers an annual pay increase of 3.5% raise and a $10,000 a year life insurance increase. This is the 4th consecutive early bird agreement in the district. Rick Fletcher, an Oil City resident, and Stephen Pinkna, district superintendent, told the Oil City Derrick that the early bird contracts are unprecedented in the state. The contract has set to expire in June of 2000. The new agreement keeps teachers in the classroom until 2003. A major sale of land could be in the works for an Oil City firm. The Community Development Corporation of Oil City is looking to sell most of its properties. Executive Director Cindy Lennon tells the Oil City Derrick that the group is looking to move on to bigger and better things. The one building the group will be selling is the former Quaker State headquarters to PennDOT.
When we return, how did Pennsylvania fare in an educational report card? We'll have the details.
And the Federal Reserve made an announcement about interest rates. We'll have the details coming up.
All this and more as TV5 News brings coverage closer to home.
In the early years, young children cannot stand on their own. Uniting parents and children is an important part of the life of a community. Stand for Children encourages people to make a personal commitment to stand for the health of children. 300,000 Americans marched in Washington, D.C. last June to support Stand for Children Day. Stand for Children seeks to lift the belief that children need our help to stand.
Who's the man? It's a birthday. I'm the man. It's a birthday.
Exercised lately?
Go for a mouthful. Go for the fun. Come on, go for cake. Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes. And it's Gopher cakes. Open your wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, never reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Sad, looking back now, the things you go through in life. Scary. The worst thing about being on welfare was it's what they really wanted. I had to get a better life for my girls and myself. I got off welfare. I got a good job. Makes me the happiest mother in the world. I live for my girls.
We're not asking you to hire everyone on welfare, just one.
This is TV5 News at 8, anchored by Christy Desort, Brian Cook, Kristen Stetton with TV5 Weather, Martise McCree with sports. Now, from the news team bringing coverage closer to home, this is TV5 News.
Welcome back to TV5 News. Jeff Stay joins us with a look at news on the Clarion University campus. Jeff?
Good evening. In the November 11th edition of the Clarion Call, stories that were covered included public safety reinstated the escort service on campus. The service had been eliminated after being in service for many years. Escorts will be provided by patrol car if the situation appears to need an escort. Faculty Senate discussed registration difficulties the university is having this semester. President Reinhardt stated that adding more faculty would not be a long-term solution. Interim Provost Joseph Grunewald concluded that a course curriculum review across programs. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the Clarion Call headlines for Thursday, November 18th.
Thanks, Jeff. Students and faculty from universities spanning our 4 states gathered last Friday on the Clarion University campus. The event entitled College Press Day allowed students the opportunity to explore and understand different aspects of the college press field. This year's highlights included a student forum, including campus media organizations, and a lecture by Clarion's own Dr. Alan Larson. Plans are already underway for next year's event.
Taking a look at state news, a common pleas court judge in Lehigh County stayed the execution of convicted murderer Edward Romero. Romero was scheduled to die by lethal injection on December 8th for the 1995 murder of a landlord of a friend of Romero's. Romero will now continue his sentence as an inmate at the state prison in Greene. Brush fires are making life a little harder for firefighters in south-central Pennsylvania. Firefighters from at least 15 companies respond to a brush fire at 1 p.m. Monday in Peters Mountain, Dauphin County. The blaze is reportedly on the north side of the State Route 325 near the D. Hart Dam.
State Senator Melissa Hart announced yesterday that 8 western Pennsylvania school districts will receive funding for safe school projects. The districts receiving grants include Seneca Valley, Allegheny Valley, Deer Lakes, Hampton Township, Highlands, North Allegheny, North Hills, and Shaler area. The grants are designed to help promote school safety. The quality of education in Pennsylvania has earned a C grade. The Thomas Fordham Foundation's report on the state of education in the U.S. gave Pennsylvania an average grade, but said that its improvement is just around the corner, citing recent teacher training initiatives. The state earned an F grade in accountability, an A for advanced training requirements, and a B for certification programs. The report did praise the state for its development of charter schools.
Do you remember the rigged Pennsylvania lottery drawing in 1980? That sent a lottery official and a TV personality to jail? Well, if you don't, Paramount Pictures is filming portions of the movie Numbers in Harrisburg this week. The movie chronicles the scandal that followed the rigged drawing of the number 666 and the aftermath of those who went to prison after the drawing. The screenplay was written by a former Harrisburg resident. One of the nation's youngest murder defendants was found guilty today of second-degree murder. Nathaniel Abram was found guilty of second-degree murder for shooting a teenager to death when he was 11 years old. The boy was acquitted on first-degree murder charge and 2 lesser charges. The boy now faces a maximum sentence of life imprisonment with the possibility of parole.
U.S. Airways may find itself in a jam if it doesn't settle a contract dispute before the Christmas travel season. A union for the 9,000 flight attendants has threatened to strike if there is no contract agreement reached by this Friday. Sticking points contract negotiations include pay and benefits increases. The union has said that if a strike is authorized, the airline would receive no warning of a strike starting for a strike.
Coming up, a look at sports news.
Plus, find out how one New Hampshire hospital is getting ready for the new millennium. It's all next as TV5 News brings coverage closer to home.
Introducing new frequent phone hours.
Use the phone just 8 hours a week and get this free phone cradle. Use it 12 hours and get a speakerphone.
Use it 15 hours and get this cool headset.
Or stay on the phone 20 hours a week
and get a pasty complexion,
flabby body, and a great new nickname at school.
Exercised lately?
I want all my friends to be there. I want my mother to be there. My hair's gonna be done so beautiful. A lot of music, a nice blue dress. I want to be beautiful for every single person that goes there. If I got shot, I want to have a nice funeral.
Every day, 10 children are killed by gunfire. Help stop the violence. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
It's not just about making plans. It's about making a difference. And taking an interest, not just earning it. At Edward, it's more than investing. It's about knowing you.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
In Clarion, see Gary Martin, located on Main Street. Phone 226-7896.
New details emerged today about the crash of Egypt Air Flight 990. After the cockpit voice recorder was recovered and examined, the National Transportation Safety Board has decided to have the FBI take over the investigation into the crash. Law enforcement officials have stated that FBI involvement does not mean that there is a definite sign of criminal involvement. The mystery into the disappearance of a 9-year-old Spokane, Washington girl has come to a conclusion. A father reported his 9-year-old daughter missing in mid-October. Police said the father was under surveillance. That surveillance led to authorities buried body into a shallow grave on the hillside. The body found is believed to be the missing girl. The body is being held without bail while the investigation continues. As yet, authorities say they have no motive.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson has placed in handcuffs as he attempted to reinstate 6 expelled students. Parents and students were supporting Jackson in his decision by protesting and shouting, "Arrest me too." Other parents were not in support of Jackson by telling him to go home. The students received the disciplinary action on Monday night following a football game which turned rowdy. President Clinton has been visiting earthquake-stricken Turkey and also has been spending time with some survivors of the August quake. One of the places that Clinton visited was housing survivors to attend. Clinton renewed his promise for continued aid for the survivors and promised an additional 500 tents in response to the second earthquake that hit the area last Friday.
The Comcast Cable Television Corporation announced that it plans to buy the nation's 9th largest cable television company. Comcast will purchase Lenfest Communications Incorporated. Both companies are headquartered in Philadelphia. In other financial news, the Federal Reserve today raised interest rates in an effort to slow the U.S. economy and keep inflation from becoming problematic. Benchmark rates were raised by a quarter point, and Wall Street reacted positively to the news. Investigators are hoping that this will be the last rate increase for a while. Now joining us with tonight's edition of Financial Beat is Gary Martin. Gary?
About 11,000 mutual funds are available to the public. How can you pick the ones that are right for you? It's tempting to pick up one of those magazines that advertise today's hottest funds. The trouble is, those stories are usually about funds that performed well last year. By the time you read about a fund, it may be in a decline. Instead of chasing past performance, base your mutual fund decisions on your individual needs. What is your investment objective? Do you need current income, capital appreciation, or a combination of both? How much risk are you willing to accept in exchange for potentially higher returns? Once you've answered these questions, seek the help of an investment professional, someone with the expertise to help you select the mutual funds best suited for your needs. For TV5's Financial Beat, I'm Gary Martin, your Clarion Edward Jones investment representative, member SIPC.
Here's a topic that you would like to see discussed on Financial Beat. Send your request to TV5, Becker Hall, Clarion, University of Pennsylvania, Clarion, PA 16214. We cannot respond to individual letters concerning financial advice.
Kristen Stanton joins us now with a look at our Clarion area weather forecast. Kristen?
Carrie, we've had a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day today in Clarion, except very cold. There was quite some strong winds today, so it was a very chilly day, but yet beautiful nonetheless. A little break from that cold, rainy weather we've been having. But if you take a look at the cloud cover map, you can see some light, high cloud cover, which wasn't enough to break the sunlight, so we did have a beautiful day, but it's going to begin clouding up in the next couple of days. If you take a look at the frontal map, you can see these areas of high pressure, which have been affecting us throughout the day today. But this low pressure will eventually move in and cause us some rain on the weekend. Once again, on the precipitation map, nothing out here nearby us, but back in the west, you can see some snow showers and some rain in the west. If we take a look now at the highs for today, very cold up in our area, as you can tell, and back here it's very warm, so we will be warming up, but then we will have some rain later on in the week. If you take a look at the lows, you can see we're going to be in the teens tonight, probably around 20, maybe down into the teens, so bundle up tonight. So if you take a look at the 5-day forecast for tomorrow, Wednesday, it'll be a high of about 43 and a low of 20. Thursday, it's going to be partly cloudy, high 54, low of 23. Friday will be up into the lower 60s, but it will be mostly cloudy, and will be lows in the mid-30s. Saturday, it'll be scattered showers, high 57, low in the middle 30s. And Sunday, once again, in the mid-50s and scattered showers, low in the mid-30s. Thanks, and back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Kristen. After the break, a recap of sports news.
Stay with us as TV5 brings coverage closer to home.
Standing out from the crowd is easy when you stop in at Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all with many different styles. With our newly expanded shoe and accessory department, you're surely to find that special touch to enhance that new outfit. And if you have a fashion question, our experts are here to help. That's Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall, just off Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday from noon till 5.
Where have all the children gone? Long time passing.
Every day, 10 children are killed by gunfire. You can help stop the violence. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
Gone to graveyards one by one. Oh, when will we ever learn?
News travels fast. That's why you need the speed and accuracy of a news team that brings coverage closer to home. Every Tuesday and Wednesday night, join TV5 News for Clarion's only live local newscast on television at 8. Tune in for the latest in regional, state, and national news. Plus, with our newspaper exchange partner, the Clarion News, teaming up to bring coverage closer to home every Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Clarion's only live local newscast on television at 8 is here on TV5. Introducing the Italian Misa Trio from Domino's Pizza, located in the 800 Center in Clarion. Domino's Pizza offers a wide variety of pizza, wings, breadsticks, and hoagies. And for just $9.99, get a large unlimited topping pizza. Stop in or have Domino's deliver. That's Domino's Pizza, located in the 800 Center. Phone 226-4060. That's Domino's Pizza, 226-4060.
And now for sports, Martise McCree has the night off. The Cy Young Award winner was announced today, and it is Pedro Martinez. Martinez won the American Cy Young Award as a unanimous choice by the Baseball Writers Association of America. The award comes after a great season for Martinez, in which he won 23 games and only lost 4. His ERA was 2.07. Martinez now won the Cy Young Award in both leagues, 2 years ago with the Montreal Expos and this year with the Boston Red Sox. There may be a 7-player baseball trade in the works. If the deal happens, the Colorado Rockies would send pitchers Darryl Kyle, Dave Vernies, and Luther Hackman to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for Jose Jimenez, Minnie Ibar, and Rich Kraushaw, plus Brett Butler. The deal has not yet been confirmed, and at this time, it's just a possibility. Michael Irvin, the injured Dallas Cowboys star receiver, is being rather quiet about his football future. Officials with the Cowboys have spoken with Irvin, but not pressed him for an answer about his retirement. Irvin has been sidelined since he was hurt 5 weeks ago with a neck injury. We will be back right after this.
Introducing new frequent phone hours.
Use the phone just 8 hours a week and get this free phone cradle. Use it 12 hours and get a speakerphone.
Use it 15 hours and get this cool headset.
Or stay on the phone 20 hours a week
And get a pasty complexion.
flabby body, and a great new nickname at school.
Exercised lately?
I want all my friends to be there. I want my mother to be there. My hair's gonna be done so beautiful. A lot of music, a nice blue dress. I want to be beautiful for every single person that goes there. If I got shot, I want to have a nice funeral.
Every day, 10 children are killed by gunfire. Help stop the violence. Call 1-800-WE-PREVENT for free information. Not one more lost life. Not one more grieving family. Not one more.
It's not just about making plans. It's about making a difference. And taking an interest, not just earning it. At Edward, it's about more than investing. It's about knowing you.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
In Clarion, see Gary Martin, located on Main Street. Phone 226-7896.
The new millennium is fast approaching, and what does that mean? Babies, of course. A lot of expecting mothers were planning their pregnancy so that their babies would be born on January 1st, 2000. Well, one New Hampshire hospital plans to be ready. The staff at Parkland Medical Center has set up a Millennium Mini Baby Room. Although parents don't expect a problem getting to the hospital, there is expected to be a problem with 40% rise in the number of babies born in the first of the year. And with one final look at your Clarion area weather forecast is Kristen Stanton. Kristen?
The weather for later on tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be in the mid-50s and partly cloudy. We'll still see some sun tomorrow. Lows in the 20s. Thursday it'll be in the mid-50s, low in the 20s, and into the weekend will become warmer, but then some showers on the weekend, which will bring in some cooler temperatures once again. Thanks, and back to you.
That wraps it up for this Tuesday night edition of TV5 News. I'm Carrie LaPoo.
And I'm Brian Cook. Join Dave Marsh and Christy Herman tomorrow night for TV5 News at 8. For the entire TV5 News team, good night.